Welcome back, ladies and gents, out here to our final best of 3 of the night. To figure out who is the last team moving on into the Swiss stage, we've got an answer to one question. Are G2 Aries going to be demolishing the side of megoshort to just find up your league right now? Megoshort 100 down the DRS territory to G2 Aries. Apparently told that my mic is muted, but I think I do have it on from what I do see out here. I'm going to be checking. Better. But with that being the case, I'm going to see if things have been fixed. So we're gonna get to see megoshort right here. As I was saying beforehand, I think this should be a little bit more. Are trying to punch up above their weight class big time. 200 points, well, 200 not points, but places down the VRS over towards G2 Aries. So just won an academy event before. Really good individually when it came down to actually fighting on ahead as a unit. Tact as well, just managed to qualify on over to the ENC. So there's a lot of happy people out here on G2, and you know, Hitori Tact for 2 years, and this is the period of time where we're getting to see these guys actually come out to play, actually make the good thing. And I mean, it's crazy already staying as consistent as he is this many years, right? The 2 years on the team, and he's rocking a 1.14. The past 3 months he's been rocking a 1.19 rating. So this guy, he's the real deal. He certainly has been shooting above his level, and he's looking to try to continue that. Now we did get to see his little stunt on over to the main G2 squad, where he'd substitute in for an event. Sure, it wasn't the best outcome, but it's been better than some of the other guys in Tier 1 right now that are filling in a couple of roles, right? So there is certainly going to be big hopes out here for Tak to try to continue his escapades. But with that being the case, we are going to be taking a look on down to their opponents in a moment, which are going to be megoshort. The map pool for G2 Aries is quite extensive. They only don't play, well, now they don't play Cash, but they only used to not play Nuke. They used to be a team that did actually enjoy picking into Overpass time and again. So yeah, that's not all too shabby. But with that being said, we are going to be taking a look on down to the other squad out here. Maybe a trip down memory lane for some of you guys, as the Swedes are going to be coming up. Shine is going to get to go up against some of the older folk out here from the side of megoshort, and megoshort themselves. I mean, it's not like they're the oldest, craziest people coming out on ahead right now, right? Like Zen is 25. Robin, however, he's 31. He's been playing CS for a very long time, ever since 2013. He played back on Flipside as well. Jazar as well, 29. He's been playing on Capabar at 9, the old 9, back in 2021. Epsilon, like, right, Fnatic Academy. And then you've got Vic, who's also 25. This is going to be his first HLTV official team coming on through, and it's not necessarily like he's a stand-in, but I think this is sort of a trial period. I don't know. For now, I haven't seen a lot to really tell me that, yeah, this guy is insane. He has been entry fragging a lot. Like, he has been the main entry out here for megoshort, but I mean, we'll see how long that goes, because for now, yeah, not everything has been looking great for their side. And megoshort, at one point in time, I do remember this squad, well, not this exact squad, the 5 you get to see on the screen, but I do remember the name of megoshort actually making it through into quite a couple of different events, right? They were going on over to Tier 2, they were managing to win a couple of United 21s, and yes, play Backforce Masters 2026 as well. They managed to get second there, get a little bit of VRS with the prize pool, so they didn't stay down for long, right? And they looked to just try to bring this one forward. Now, to be fair, they are a team that don't necessarily get a whole lot of reps in, right? The past couple of matches that they have played have been on over towards last week, seeing as the close qualifiers were going on down for this event and for a couple of others. But before that, it was just a BCG Masters game that they managed to attend, and they only beat EAC onto it. They lost to AM, Fnatic, Gen 1, on over to another BCG Masters from even before that, right? They just went down to Cybershock and Sparta. They beat TNC. So, yeah, they've got a couple of teams that they can certainly manage to fight off, but they're the team that kind of struggles to really make it past the boost of Tier 3 out here. So, we'll see if megoshort have got something figured out coming up next into the fray, into the strategy books out here. But with that being said, we are going to take a look on down to the video and see where we're going to be headed. Best case scenario out here for megoshort would be to actually go on over to an ancient. Besides that, that's really the only map they can truly afford. I guess Inferno could be an angle coming through from them, but they've only played it once and they lost against all youngsters, so maybe better off to try to look for a Dust 2, right? But G2 Ares are over 50% win rate on every single map, and we go to Ancient, Mirage, and it looks like D2. Yeah. The only maps that megoshort do consistently play, and I say consistently with big asterisks because, well, with big quotation marks, because Ancient is going to be a map that they do manage to win 2 out of 3 times on. It's going to definitely be their best map. But they did lose against Gen 1 only, well, 2 months ago, and their only real time where they started playing this map was back in May. Now, out here in July, they've only played once. They managed to beat down Julian C, which isn't the worst of outcomes, but Julian C online have been tough to follow. So, we'll see how this one's going to play off. But again, megoshort are coming into this one mega short, full pun intended, coming up, right? It's going to be G2 Ares trying to just find a quick 2-0, get themselves on over to the actual decider matchup. Well, they are in the decider matchup, to get themselves on over to the Swiss stage and to just kind of get through this one, right? They're treating it as a stepping stone, and we'll see if that's surely going to be the problem, the case. But for G2 Ares, they are a team that are shooting for the sky right now, and they have to start off from the bottom. So, I mean, they have started off from the bottom. They've managed to actually get themselves on a 61.3% win rate across the past 3 months, which has been absolutely stellar, right? With Shine now into the picture for real, right? Inner Shine has been together with them for 6 months. Shine has joined in for 5 months, and he's been, you know, part of more than half the games that Tak and Hitori have actually officially played on over to HLTV, even though they've been a part of the org for 2 years now. So they are training, they are managing to scrim away, but the practice is finally paying off out here for G2 Ares. So we're all here for it. We're here to see and figure out how well they're going to be shooting their shots, so to say. So with that being the case, first map up should be starting in just a moment. It is going to be that Ancient picked off by megoshort, and then Mirage as the second map picked away by G2 Ares. Without further ado, I do believe we're getting everything set up. We're waiting for the players to be still getting into the server. So I am thinking of throwing you guys on over to a quick little break, but we never know how quickly the players might get back on in. So yeah, I think I'm gonna yap around just a little bit further, and if nothing happens for a good minute or two, I'm gonna send you guys on over to a break. But overall, I mean, it's very interesting that megoshort still do have the players that they have, trying to keep themselves, I guess, in it. For Robin, it's a different scenario, because Robin did manage to be a coach at one point to one part of Nemesis, a very old part of Nemesis, right? That was back when it was still, I believe, yeah, Fripp and Beve and Crucial, Thomas and Teen. So not bad players coming through individually, and players that did manage to make something of themselves. But Crucial's already 29. He's not necessarily playing anymore, right? Last time around he did play was actually back out here in July, because he's substituting in for the Gentlemates. But before that, it was back on Ill Will, and ever since then he's just been kind of subbing on in. And overall, I do believe this is going to be a bit of a break-off point, as we should be starting in a couple of moments. Players are getting on over to the server, so shouldn't be having any problems anytime soon. So, with that being the case, I do want to just reinstate the fact that G2 Aries are trying to break into the top 100. If they manage to win out this best of 3, they'll be getting themselves on over to the 114th position in VRS. If they lose it, they lose 27 points. So this is a big loss moment out here for G2. HLTV and VRS are kind of treating it as a free win before we even start. But an academy roster can always just slip up, and you wouldn't necessarily be able to surprised to say, yeah, we weren't necessarily the most surprised by this. Sure, the individuals are absolutely insane, but after all, the average age coming through out here on G2 Aries is just 18.9, or actually it's 20.4, but still 20-year-olds coming around and trying to keep their cool up against a team of half experts out here on the national squad at the very least. I mean, megoshort, they've got some names coming through for Swedish Counter-Strike, especially Jazar and Robin coming away out here into it. So we'll see how this one is going to go, but overall the lobby is going to be up and running in a moment. HLTV just updated it. Just waiting on one player out here from the side of megoshort, and we are going to be ready to go. I was just taking a look on down to this Kaisen versus Beia showdown, and it was pretty interesting to see. Pretty interesting to figure out which academy team is kind of ranked as the best right now, but it was the side of G2 Aries that managed to take it away. FaZe up next is also looking pretty decent. I mean, Yume and Clero did manage to actually show off what they were made of, and Falcons Force Mouse NXT, I don't think that's a surprise to many of us. I think what's a big surprise was Vitality Academy kind of going down early out there into the top 8, but hey, there were only 8 teams invited, and after all, it was a playoff format, a best of 3, and they went up against Mouse NXT 16-14. It happens. Like, you just losing the first opening best of 3, someone had to lose out there in those best of 3s, so it just that's just how it's going to go down. But with that being the case, it appears that there are a couple of issues to the lobby. We're going to be trying to get everything set up, but until then, I'm not going to yap any further. I'm going to send you guys on over to a break, and we'll be right back the moment we're into map number 1. And we are back into it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in. Let's figure out how this is going to be played out. CT side for G2 Aries starting things off. megoshort onto their T side, and it is going to be again the very favorited side of G2 Aries just because of their individuals being able to shoot so well. To try to win this map out, and the rest few. Molly down on Temple as Shine is still out on Xbox, waiting to actually start things off. Bomb not planted just yet. Shine should have an easy tap on down, but it is going to be the lineup here for Tak and Hitori, just running through the Swedes. 1-0. And a really good pistol round to be taken on ahead out here by G2 Aries. Not too shabby. That is going to be the start. But we're left to figure out how things will continue. Looking on ahead to a bit of a forced out pistol rush. Down with the MP9. That is going to be one. The trade back. Quick. Looking to stay on his feet. Deagle on hand. Pushing up into ramp. Hitori. He could have the timing. Oh, could line them up as well. Hitori denies the one. Still scared about elbow. The right call to be made out here. MP9 retrieved and lost just as quickly. And now, there you go. Glock picked up from the ground as a trick. G2 Aries up 2-0. Only 2 kills so far from megoshort, both of them on Yosupe. And we are going away into a third round. AKs on the board out here for megoshort. Again, a lot of expected value out of these young individuals from the academy side. We'll see how it pays off, but Zen immediately goes down. Jazar left to 40 HP himself, and that is going to be Tak just lining him up through the wall. Spamming away. Be very happy for that. Let's see for how long though. Robin decides to push, and the FAMAS is still gonna beat him. A little bit of damage that Ilta took quick as well before the trade back. And now we're left down to a B hit. 2v4. Quick and Twinkie. Trying to fight this one away. Molly and Flash down long, and it's still Tak to connect it. Shine still unknown as well. That's going to be another one coming away for G2 Ares, and it's just straight up fights being taken on in and being won by the G2 Ares lads. So nothing too surprising so far, nothing to get us out of our seats. Down to lane again. Huge setup denial. The entirety of G2 Ares just managing to take down the mid approach. Now you're taking a look towards that B-bomb site, towards that A-bomb site. Well done from the Tick 9 to actually find the opener. And now it's left out to Jazar. 1v4. Needs to put that Deagle to work, and it's not going to be so easy. So there you have it. 4-0 start coming away for the G2 side. Don't think it's going to come off as a huge surprise to a lot of you, but as I did just mention plenty of times already, yeah, megoshort aren't necessarily the favorites. For a couple of well-endowed reasons as well. Let's see how this lands on into a quick boost up. Could be denied onto Hitori. Low HPs remaining all across the T-board. That is going to be Junimate falling out of favor in shelf. Required maneuvers out here from Robin, getting himself down on CT. As he brings this one back down, Yusupe to a 3v3. There's low HPs onto the ops as well. Halves onto the AKs. And timings onto Robin. There he goes. Shine out of the fight. Can just go towards this B-bomb site now. Without fearing for his behind, Twinkie. Trying to hold this one together. Good timing at attack. Knew utility would be barreling through, so he just played in front of it. That bomb will be headed in towards A, but look at Yusupe. He could go down to a timing as well. Waiting for Jazar to move. Op in hand now, checking the corner. When does he get out? When does he move? He's dropped. He's made steps. Yusupe hears it. Should recall it back to attack out here. It's all about the timing though. 25 seconds. They could always just pop out of the darkness. Most planned scenario. The op is going to take Yusupe down even though he's low. It's only Tak left. Did his leg get spotted? Jazar's holding the angle and he's landing the shots. There you have it. Great connections out from the AWP of megoshort. Jazar will be the much needed hero of T side to bring forth the first round on the board. go out. Hitori trying to hold it together. Twinkie, first man down. 2 and 2 set up for megoshort this time. Looking for a top. Zen's realized that he's got to shoot at them as well. Trying to fight away. Okay. There you have it. Quick onto another. Flank goes by for Shine. 3v4 still left down to the A-bomb site. It's been the safer choice for megoshort all across this best of 3. And that is going to be Tak opening things up well. Close plan scenario not going to come through. Thinking about the plant. Will be attempted now. Zen provided Overwatch, but Quick is now really stuck in the site. Will be running out to fight, and a Tech 9 in hand would have been nice out there for the AWP. Just goes out to bait, and that is going to be 5-1. The lead keeps growing out here for the Academy squad. Things under control. But you will start to worry about what's next if you're megoshort. You've got the cash for now. It's the loss bonus keeping you alive. But the defaults haven't necessarily worked out. Mid control has been lost in 1 round. And Shine is going to get dinked very early on. Yusupe down to 52. The spam is making life a little bit hell out here for the Academy, but there's no way to confirm that information. So if you're megoshort, you're just shooting blindly into walls and hoping for the best. Coming around, Jazar pre-fires the angle, still playing for a default out here. megoshort. Is that Molotov gonna extend? Yes, it will. Zen now realizes there is someone in that cubby. The swing gone out from the A4. Hitori is just gonna go back. I thought he was gonna go back in the smoke for a second. It's a B-pop. And Shine's gonna be the first man down, but a double play in towards in towards Ninja. They don't expect it, but they don't care. Robin goes through all 3, spams them down, and the off is gonna save. Second round on the board comes courtesy of Robin. Very good entries. To give a chance to the round out here on megoshort's side. Better keep your hand on the mouse out there, Journey Mate. Don't want to lose that AWP now, do you? And the flank's coming about. And Twinkie has got an easy kill. It's unfortunate because Journey Mate was just looking away. Just checking. But that timing is always going to catch you off in CS2. You always got to move 1 second ahead. 5-2. Is this one gonna pan off? Bit of a tangle pause. Coming away. No information given as to what is happening. So now left on out. Megoshort are able to pick up a round here and there. Problem is going to be keeping this together for the entirety of the game. Jimmy holds on to an AWP, buys it into this round. Shine. Hopefully he's got something on the ground, otherwise he's going to buy up a deagle. Should be getting back into the game at any moment now. Not like I was informed of anything, I'm just trying to will it into existence. But yeah. Just gonna be waiting around a little bit, I guess. Don't know about you guys, but I've been following the ENC. Tak did manage to make his way through alongside JL. Over towards that one. In a team made up of himself, Magila, JL, Nukie, and their coach Toyzera. For the side of megoshort, once more, we haven't seen a lot of these guys playing quite a while. Jazar especially has only been playing with the squad for the past 3 best of 3s. Before that, his last appearance was back in 2024. Over 2 years and some months ago. And even in 2024, he had 3 best of 3s to his name. And he lost 2 of them. So, no. 1 best of 3 and 2 best of 1s to his name. They just recalled all the youngs back. Robin was supposed to be a coach. But apparently he's come back to playing with the Dripman for a little bit. Got second the UKIC. And then the 25-year-olds are still trying to play, but once more, we haven't seen a lot out of them come either. So, yeah, this has been quite the interesting call-up here for megoshort. I have finally been informed that the reason we're waiting on for so long is that we're having a camera issue. So, a lot of these times I do have to preface that camera issues are extending to the fact that a lot of these players, due to the angle that they have to hold the camera so that we get to see them, their hands, and the actual screen, they have to use their phones a lot of the time, and phones on the necessary app usually lose their batteries quite quickly. And that's why we just gotta wait for them to either charge their phones again or, I don't know, get a camera. So yeah, that's around about that. With that being said, I yapped a little bit about megoshort. Let's yap around about G2 Ares. I'm curious, away from all of these guys and away from Shine, because I know Shine has played in a lot of different rosters. I don't need to yap anymore because we're going back in. Woohoo! Hooray! Okay. Yeah, I was just checking away. Attack was part of Sprat Academy before G2 Ares, so been drifting through the Academy rosters for quite a little bit. Sure, Attack would love to have a chance at the bit of a bigger team. But they're doing good things at G2 Ares, so I doubt we're going to get to see any changes here. Let's see it. Back into the game, back up to play, and MP9 running down ramp. And Attack is going to trade Yusupe out. Twinkie forced off of the cubby out in lane, and Shine trying to hold the corner with a 5-7. Cheat is never easy to hold. Oh, and he's just going out swinging. Well done for Shine. Mouse smoke as well, coming away. Trying to just get that AK from the ground. He's picked it up. He's stolen it. Now they're scaling up B without one of their core components, Jazar. Back behind to try to peel away for Robin on AWP, while the second AK is still left on double doors, trying to make its way across from the spawn. A rough idea out there for megoshort, rough around the edges. They might just lose because of it. A deagle headshot lands from Hattori, and suddenly you find yourself surrounded on this bomb site. Like sharks in the water, G2 are just waiting for the prey to come to them. And apparently, Quick is going to be able to land on one, tapping away. Switching to the sidearm is always faster, but not fast enough in this case. The Crane Flight is a better skin as well, so props to Shine for keeping it. But props to Shine for not only keeping an AK, but also having 10 and 3 right now on the KD. Keeping G2 Ares very much so favored into this map so far. And while Quick had the tempo, Jazar just didn't really have the angle to help him. Going to round number 9, pushing past the incendiary out there. Twink is just going to be allowed to find a free frag. Quick comes around an elbow and finds Shine swapping through his guns. Yeah, 2 players already caught off guard out here by G2 is certainly something that I don't think we and them were expecting. And now a third has been found. Oh, a fourth has been struck. G2, what's happening? Lost every duel this round. A bit of a weak moment out here for the Academy squad. Uncharacteristic of them, but it happens to the best of us. Gotta pick themselves up. Wouldn't hate to see a tackle timeout being called on out here by Inner Shine, G2 Ares' coach. As we do remember, Inner Shine, nice flick from Junimei. As we do remember, Inner Shine was an active player himself back in the day, as most coaches were. Junimei. That nade was almost going to wave him goodbye out of the round. There's more where that came from though, so he's not going to get to hold on to the op. A nice try nonetheless. It appears I'm misremembering. No, Innershine has always been a coach. He started off with Aurora, that's what I was remembering for sure. But I think I'm just remembering him stepping in at one point or the other. Because he had to. Jazar. Waiting for 5-7 to swing around the corner. A Furia buy with a 5-7. Certainly will be interesting. Junimei saving away his teammate out there, hoping for a second. Will land through the smoke. Junimei happy to get all those kills. Is looking for AKs in the smoke. And we look at the flank around from A main as well. This is going to be G2 just crunching on into megoshort. Could be a round that is going to be very hurtful to this T side to lose. They don't have loss bonus, so they won't really have cash for the remainder of this first half if they lose this. They've got to be very wary. Jace swinging on in first with the op. Lands the shot on Junimei still. There's two more where that came from. Holding the corner. Tak lands it. That's the one. Second in from Hitori. It is going to be working out just wonders out here as G2 Ares are completely decimating onto that ramp hold. And out of all of those AKs, apparently it's just the op was saved away by the academy. Bit of a miscomm situation. We'll see if it is going to be coming to bite them back. But for now, it's megoshort that are really struggling economically. As I mentioned, they lose this one. Their loss bonus currently is only 2.4k. So they won't necessarily be looking all too great if they don't win this round. But I guess the plan wasn't always to just go and lose the round. So they've got to be careful. At the same time, I've got to stay confident. Going out to the A-bomb side. Missed shot at Junimei. That is going to be a bit of a rough housing moment here for G2 Ares. Shine does it better on the MP9 though. Instant headshot comes around. Looking for a second. Hitori early reload coming on down to Donut. As Stack is going to fall in the smoke on CT. Junimei falls to half HP too. Recalling in the cavalry. Needs some support. This is effectively a 3v3 on the side as the flank is coming around from Zen on mid. And he's taking his sweet time. Being checked out by Shine. Smoke fades away. Do you see the kill? Do you find the entry? The opening to this round? No, you don't. Quick denies you. Smoke on hand. Coming through for the Tech 9. Trying to hold it together. And you're just spamming away. One on the boost. Thinking he can do nothing. Junimei still lands it. Knife in the smoke. And you're still spamming out. 2v3. And you're running out of options. Running out of HP. And running out of util. You're just going to run away. 7-4. And Junimei is going to be hitting himself for missing those initial shots, but lands that one. Okay. It's the Draken effect. You hit the hard shots, you can't hit the easy ones. But is any shot truly easy for an opper? I am pulling absolute BS out of my ass right now. So, you don't have to quote anything. 7-4, last round of the first half. AK still intact for the T side, as that A hit did work. Now you're hoping that B is just going to be the same. Well, for now it might be. Only two CTs holding on down. Shine rotates early as he's been smoked off of Red Room. Molotov to force Yusuke out of the angle. Out of cave comes in Zen. Landing the headshot on Tak, hoping for a second. Shine is not going to give him that satisfaction, at least not yet. Looking for the next. Shine denies on two, and that is going to be Shine on the bomb side, waiting for another swing, another kill to come to him. Instead of the other way around, he swings, connects the dink, but he doesn't have that AK. Only the A1S. A single bullet will do, but Twinkie's still left alive. He planted it safely. And a 2v2 ensues. Twinkie forced to play ramp with that HP. Would have loved an AWP by now. Do you have the lineups? No Molotov for it. So I guess it won't matter. Dropped away util too quick. And you do have two smokes if you're G2. Smoke off cave, smoke off ramp, and just go for the defuse. You tap it away, full blind ahead. And speaking of defuses, there it goes. Junimei gets taken on down with a second left on the kit. And it's a 7-5 split. Rebound for the Swedes. As they certainly will take that T side. With the way that things started, this could have looked way, way worse. A 4-0 start, remember. Out here for G2. megoshort will be taking that tackle timeout, and they'll be sure to use it well. see. What the plan is. Pistol round coming about the side. Needs to find the openings, and Junimate gives exactly that. 1-for-1 down mid, but he loses out util. Twinkie dinked off the angle. This injury thrown away, and Twinkie survives on that 7 HP. Gets headshotted away by Yusupe now. 3v3 left down to B, and the bomb is thinking about the plan. Trying desperately to go towards it. Post-plan scenario. Okay, onto Robin. He's searching for a smoke out there, and he has found it, Hitori. Yusupe out cave is the only one really on the side. Finds the one, finds the second. Yusupe finds all three. They know who they've left the bomb site with. And they didn't need anything more. A 3v1 coming out of Yusupe. Not the most exciting individual coming through out of this roster, but one with talent and value nonetheless. Moments like these are what could define him. And certainly right now, Pac and Hitori, the longest standing members of G2, aren't necessarily the guys that are putting in most numbers. Yusupe, Junimate, and Shine on 11, 12, and 13 kills respectively. Pistols now coming ahead. Onto the B site once more. We look for the push. Attack. Trying to carefully thread too long. That is going to be him not checking. And the P250 miss shooting away Shine. Knowing he's got the advantage on the Mac 10. Yusupe is going to steer clear of a couple of kills. And it's 9-5. G2 coming right back on ahead with a 4-round lead. Just like at the beginning of the map. On ahead. You're out an elbow. Smoke already placed. G2 just trying to push it. That's exactly what they've done. megoshort dropping away mid pressure. Looking to force an extra body out on A. They're gonna have a 3-man hold with no one left on red room. This is certainly going to be a risky take, but they're trying to funnel G2 in towards that B hit. Otherwise, they don't mind leaving Robin out into red room a little bit deeper. Maybe to get information. Oh, and there you go. Not going to be the case. 1-for-1 trade. Shine is going to go down. To find himself a kill down in main. And G2 Ares again. Just out aiming the side of megoshort. Winning out the same duels that they were losing out into the first half. Into the latter side. The FAMAS manages to hold on together. Get that kill. And get traded. Well then, another half-buy round coming away from megoshort. Could be giving 11 out here to G2. And if the Ares squad manages to pick up 11, then it's only going to be a matter of time until they're able to close. Currently. On their enemy's map pick as well. Azar. Hoping to hold it. But the ESP can't pull off with the trick. Tapping away, no one in donut. All pushing out a ramp, and there is a crossfire waiting to happen. They're gonna swing out, and that is the AK spamming away onto 2. The other few have been found out as well. Twinkie, nice headshot. Landing on the 1, landing on the 2nd. Tack is low HP, no way. Oh, Twinkie! What are you doing? Hitori left now in a 1v1 that's absolutely doable. What a hero Twinkie could be. Either way, he's been a menace in this round. A 3k with the dig is crazy. But he's got the smoke and the flashbang as well. Only had he had the defuse kit, maybe this round could have really been approachable. It still is. He's going out. He can smoke off main if he wants. Just down on the smoke. He's gonna stick it. Thinking that the last player is out on Dona. Hitori. Oh, he doesn't think that Twinkie had the balls. But he did. And he tried. Huge respect out to Twinkie. Took the gamble as well, thinking that there could have been a defuse kit in play. But none of his teammates called one out, seeing all the kills down on ramp. 11-5. Twinkie not too far away from that round. A valiant effort. But now it could be your last full buy in Ancient megoshort. Your own map pick. Gotta figure it out. Half HP left onto Zen from the nade. Junimate. Scope was heard from the side player. That should be quick, realizing that they're just gonna hold for a little while clearing out Cheetah. A 3-man stack up out here from megoshort. They are trying to play their cards a little bit riskier, but it's the correct call to make. Did he smoke away the op? It looks like he did. So Junimate's forced to wait it out or just request another boost on top of it. Which wouldn't be all too insane. Still trading out utility on this B side. They've only sent out once. They're wondering if this is a fake call. Zen's already taken middle, so he knows. No rotate is coming around here. Tack needs to check this, and they're all trying to go out mid. Trigger discipline is amazing, as Zen should be able to find them all. Let's see how many. Only good for 1, but that's Junime with the opt-down. Could have taken down an even bigger piece if he so choose to choose his targets, but down to 1v2, 10 seconds left to plant. There's a molly in Dona, but it comes in too late. It's gonna fade away. It's a bomb plant nonetheless, but it won't make all the world of a difference. 11-6, megoshort. This is the climb to the comeback now. And see just how well they execute it. Because I do really doubt it's going to be all that easy. Eleven to 6. Let's see it. In full action. Out of cave. With the fight away. That's huge damage onto Yusupe. Twinkie can still hold this one together. But now, just waiting on by in lane, hoping for an entry. Jazar. On the angle, hoping for his first kill. To come around. Here goes the fight, Twinkie. Strikes first blood a minute into the game, even more so. Jazar, collateral down on ramp, I just saw that. megoshort completely denied the push. G2 just too focused on the extremity here. Couldn't do enough. They'd lose it out. Well, you're left down to Glocks to kind of talk it out. G2 Ares. I've got to wait on by. And that is going to be absolutely crazy. Robin quad kill with a single click. With the click. There you go. You can put that up in a clip. Absolute nuke sent on down. Like a default's going to be chosen to be played out here by G2. They still haven't necessarily hit the map points, so they can't really just sleep on one ear. Can't fall asleep. Sorry. That is going to be a big opening frag down towards B. Bomb is there, so they can get a quick plant off. Still players on the rotation. Waiting for the move call to be made. Boost will come up. Yusuke should go down here. He's on low HP, but he's going to take down the first. 3v4. Low HP onto Jazar as well, and that's a huge win to be taken out here by Tak. Down on middle, still connects. Jazar better off running for the hills. Still not going to be easy. There you go, Tak. Through the corner, still manages to find another. And that will be 12 to 8. Map points found now. And you're just looking for a win. For a single round to take. Time they hit the jackpot out here on Ancient. Full blinds on ahead. Barrel of the AK was seen. Zen just a little bit baited away. Everything's going wrong coming through out here for... Oh my goodness, look at this. megoshort, you've just lost it. You've just sent it away. Quick last man standing, 1v5, he's stuck. And there's not a lot to do but just wait and wait for the inevitable. coming on ahead here. First map is over and done with. Quick is not going... He's saving in the last round. So, yeah, that's a little bit unlucky. But that's what's going to go through. You don't even have time to defuse out here, even if Shine didn't hit that shot. So, 13 on the board now, landed by G2. Ancient is going to be taken away from these guys. As megoshort did actually put up quite the fight. It was valiant, it was good, but the effort in the end was wasted. As that beta breath was going to be stolen away by megoshort, G2 Aries need one more map to close out the best of 3 and take themselves on over to, from this decider matchup, into the Swiss stage. G2 are going to have their own map choice of Mirage coming up next as well, and that is a 67% win rate across 15 maps played on ahead out here for the G2 squad. So, they're looking really good. They've won their last 2 best of 3s that included this Mirage against Misa and Lil Mix, 13-3, 13-8. That's going to be putting a lot of hope into the back of these academy squads, but megoshort are going to be trying to just channel in the 2 times they did manage to win on Mirage. That was against EAC and TNC. So there's not that many, you know, just short form letter names coming through out here for the side of G2 Aries, but hey, it's G2, so maybe, who knows. But right now, ladies and gents, I do hope that you have enjoyed Shine, an absolute masterclass as the IGL coming through and putting up the big numbers. 103 ADR, certainly a game in which he didn't necessarily need to outcall his enemy, just needed to outshoot his enemy. And we got to see it plain as day. Now, with that being said, Mirage is going to be coming up next. It should be looking again like a one-sided affair, but who knows? megoshort out into this previous map, we did get to see some pretty good things coming out from their side, actually managing to show that they, you know, understood what was coming up against them, try to play it up together. They had pretty decent utility usage as well, but it just didn't really cut it. So, is anything going to change? Are they going to be able to cut it into the next map? I guess we're going to be able to find that out. But until we do, we're going to be jumping into a quick 10-minute break, and we'll be right back to figure out how that Mirage is indeed going to go. Don't go anywhere.